Hello everyone, it's Sarah, and today we're going to be making this small watercolour tag. It's one of the pieces that I made for the Spring Awakening Creative Challenge, and I absolutely love playing with splotches of ink, and I've not done it for quite a while. It seems to be creeping back in a little bit back into my work, and I just love the layers that you get. So we're going to be using a gel press to make those layers today. But I just wanted to quickly show you, I forgot to write down which colours I'd used. I thought I'd written them on the back. Sometimes when I've been playing late or I'm tired, I leave them out on the desk and then meaning to write them down on the back the next day, I turned this over and there was nothing there. So what I did was, I had a fair idea, but I cut some squares of, this is multifarious, and used the technique that we're going to do to make this tag, and made myself some little swatches of the colours, and I'm going to keep going with this and do them all. But it was just so relaxing, and I'd highly recommend it. I mean, I love swatching anyway, but if you just want to do some making and you don't know what it is and you need to get yourself in the mood, have a bit of play before you can settle to something, swatching is a great way of doing it. And these were just so much fun. And I was able to see that green was pine, that I thought might be midnight blue. I think it probably is, a little smidge of that. And there's definitely some tones of olive in there. Remember that this is using Elements ink, and they layer over, so they get true colours as you lay them. Blue and green aren't going to make mud because this blue and this green are beautifully pigmented. So I've gone with olive, pine and dark denim, but there's definitely a bit of midnight blue in there as well. I would highly recommend swatching. So we're going to start with a small watercolour tag and a gel press. Now I'm using Bob Long. He fits really well on a tag. You can probably, I think I tried the square one and I don't think squarely, and I don't think the tag quite fitted. So I've got Bob Long, and I'm going to start with a bit of pine and some of that dark denim around the top. So just pressing my ink pad down. I do apologise for the light. See if I can angle it so you can see. And I'm just going to spritz it with water, and I'm going to get these gorgeous droplets, inky droplets. And my first layer is pretty much going to be a squish. So I'm not pressing it down particularly hard. I'm just gently pressing it down. I'm going to lift it up. And this is obviously going to be different each time you do it. This tag is not going to be exactly the same as that one. Let's get some paper down just to pick some of that up, and then I'm going to heat set it. Now if I want to, I can blot off some of those inky flows, shall we call them? But actually some of them are really quite nice. I'm liking that one at the top. So there we go, that's my first layer, and I've got, let me just move that out of the way. I've got quite a lot of ink left on there. These bits are very much too big to be turning this over. But I've got some really nice inky blots there. Now turning this over, it's on the acrylic block, so I can see where to add these smidgy bits, and these are my favourite bits, and where you can see the tiniest of little droplets, and that comes about from touching as gently as you can, that almost kissing the card, and sometimes you can just capture those tiny bits. So wiping my gel press down, and then I'm going to add another layer of colour. So let's have, should we have a bit of olive in this time? And a bit more pine. Oops. And we'll give that a spritz. This time I think I'm going to turn it this way over just so I can see where I'm pressing it, and I can add some squidged layers. That's a technical term, obviously, and kiss it in some places. So it's just about building up the layers of ink and deciding to a certain extent what you like and what you would like to change. So give that another blast. I'm not going to use much of that one, I don't think. I'm going to add on some of the darker. I'm going to go with that midnight blue. And you can just do a single colour like that if you want to. If it's if these edges are bothering you and you think you might get some pointy bits on your work, or you don't particularly want the roundy sections, just dab it off. So let's pop some of that blue over the top and see if we can get some of these little tiny droplets of ink in other spaces. Get a bit of this dark blue around here. And then we'll use the heat gun to dry it off again. Also add a bit of water and spritz those colours to give you a bit more texture. I think we probably just need a bit more green round here. Let's go with the olive, we've not added that in yet. So it really is about just playing, having a go at different layers, different inks until you're happy with that background. So again, I'm just going to blot some of this off, see what we get. It's really a lot darker down here than I intended, so hopefully we can still see the English bluebells in that section. So I think I'm happy with that now. Let's give it one last blast. And just look at all those yummy layers of ink. So magical. Okay. So now we're going to stamp Bella, and I'm inking her up with Nocturne, which needs re-inking really. Turn it round, I can make sure it's completely covered. There we go. And she's sitting mainly in the centre of the tag. So let's just gently press her, give her a moment for that ink to settle. And then my English bluebell needs a bit of a clean on the back. So if your stamp isn't, it's not sticking to the back, I can feel, you can see the glitter on there. Mine have been living in a box, and get the most cursory of cleans. So just get yourself a baby wipe, or I sometimes, if they need a really good wash, put them under the tap with some soap. It's quite pleasing, really. And should be able to ink that up. I'm going to use an older pad. This is me not being prepared for a video, or as prepared as I thought I was, should we say. Oh, there we go. And then we can stamp some of these bluebells underneath. There we go. Now the other stamping I wanted to do was add the words of spring. I felt like I couldn't do a spring awakening piece without using the words of spring. I think you've seen the state of this stamp before. It's if you know colours, then red pigment can stain the most. If you're going to get ink on yourself, red will. It's usually one of the strongest pigments. And I think that's what's happened to my ink pad. Not cleaned straight off, but it's a tool and it works, so we can live with it. So this is Shady Lane, and I'm coming in and I'm going to, this time, just going to stamp it straight down. And then I'm going to come on the other side of her. She looks like she's hidden in the mists of the meadow, doesn't she? Now, I added this gold leaf round the edge because I saw somebody do it on Instagram and she used a glue stick, and that's not what you're supposed to use. It should be the special glue that you need to go tacky, and then you add the gold leaf on, then it sticks. But I thought it was really interesting to use a glue stick, so I thought I'd give it a go. It's I can probably scratch some of it off. It varies, but I quite like that kind of peeling fragmented, should we go with fragmented effect that you get. So we're going to do that next. You see we've gained some pieces on here, and I've got my gold leaf. This one is Glamour, but there's various different types. I'm going to pop it in a box because I've been meaning to do this for a while and it can then live in the box, and I'm not shuffling it around into bits of paper. But let's just pop the glue stick around the edge first. So I'm just literally going round the edge a bit like a border. Well, it is a border. I mind a bit like. I don't know whether you can see, it's about maybe ½ centimetre. I mean, you can do you can have a thick border, you can have a thin border. And then we're going to pop the metal flakes, gilding flakes, over the top. There's quite a few, because this is a fairly new pot. This has got pieces that are quite scrumpled, so we can spread these out so that we're just getting one layer. And you can, when they're new like this, and you've got bigger pieces in here, you can be a bit more particular about what you want it to look like. Once you've been using a pot for a while, because we'll dust this off, you end up with smaller and smaller pieces, so almost like glittery piece. I mean, look at the size of that. Just put all that along there. So soft to the touch as well. I also haven't got a long time to be sticking this down because the glue stick will dry, depending on how warm your room is, where you are in the world probably. In fact, I think it's already dry. It's because I'm chatting to you. Let's pop some down there. A bit more at the top. And then we've got some all the way around. So I'm just going around making sure it's pressed down onto my glued area. And I'm just using my nail really to pull it off from the very edge of the tag. And I'm going to leave the other bits there for a minute while that still sticks to the glue. I don't want to start rubbing it off and then immediately lose it because it's not quite stuck. So can you see what I mean about the little bits that you get when you've scraped them off? So those can go back in my pot, but actually I'm going to keep this box for my flakes. Because all Bella really needs now is a bit of glitter, and I'm going to splatter the Wink of Stella gold. I'm going to pause the video because this needs to dry, because I need to brush this off before I start splattering gold. Okay, so I think that's probably ready to brush off. I'm just going to use a stencil brush to gently brush away the excess. This is the bits that have gone beyond the glue, and also sometimes the when the flakes come out, there's a few layers. It's such thin metal that you get, you know, a few bits on top of each other. So that's what we're brushing off. And then all we're going to add is some Wink of Stella, or your preferred way of adding gold splatters, which might be a gold Posca. As you know, I'm not very good with that. So put a wet paintbrush and some of the gold Wink of Stella, give us some nice shimmer. I'm just going to add a little bit of glitter. Make sure there's some coming out. Oh, this is a silvery one. Let's add a bit of silvery glitter just on the very edges of her wings. And I can, if I want, just add some more dots with that brush while it's out. And there we go. Still needs a little bit of drying, but that's how we made this tag. I've added a few bits of wool to it there, yarn, to make our Bella tag. So thanks very much for joining me. Really looking forward to seeing yours, because as I said, all these inks layer so differently that everybody's is going to be completely different. Thanks for joining me.